Welcome to run 4, not from, week 8. And on this week's hashtag run 4, not from, we're going to be talking about morning routines and a little bit at the end about laziness or burnout. What are the signs, what are the differences, and what can we do to combat that? So stick around for some thoughts and feelings, and I hope you enjoy. Firstly, we're going to talk about one of my morning routines when I was in a different phase of my life. We're going to look back about 3-4 years when I was 21, 22, just come out of university, and I had a 9-to-5 job with a coffee syrup company, IBC simply. Really lovely company, really lovely people, and complete entry-level customer service gig. And whilst doing that, I had a 10-hour-a-week contract at Fitness First here in St Albans as a PT hybrid. So I did 10 hours of work a week for them, and in return I could PT for free. So that was already 50 hours, and every morning at 5 AM, Monday through Sunday, I would get up at 5 AM and I would work out myself. Whether that would be upper, lower, legs, push, pull, whatever, I was doing it. I would then do my 9-5. I would then go off to see my clients or to do my extra bit of PT hours. And finally, I was playing football 3 times a week. Sunday morning, Tuesday evening, and Thursday evening. So suffice to say, I was a very busy boy. And I did that for about a year, that morning routine. Every single morning, I would be getting up at that time, and I'd be seeing how my body was responding. And for a short term, it was absolutely amazing. I was saving great money, I was moving efficiently, I was getting everything I needed to do out of the way early. But after a while, it began to wear me down and wear me away. And bear in mind, I was a young person, still am. And if that was burning me out, I can imagine it's burning a lot of you out as well. So you do have to look at the longevity of your morning routine. And we will go into burnout versus laziness later in the video. But I was doing that for a good long year. Living at home, so I did have some stresses off my plate, and the amount of money that I was saving was extortionate, and it's helped me massively now. But I was getting sick more, I was getting injured more, my skin was worse, my mood was a little bit worse. It wasn't bad, I'm a very positive person, but it was getting a little bit worse. So I think an effective morning routine is something that sets your day up for greatness, whatever that may be. It needs to be a simple and efficient way to get where you need to go and to be ready to do what you need to do. Simplest terms. Within that 5 AM get up morning routine though, wasn't a lot of grounding. It was don't eat, don't drink, just get out the door, go move, fast. And it's almost set the day up for high pace, yes, but also high stress. And how I've changed my morning routine is making sure that I have a few fundamentals for myself. Making sure I'm up in enough time to not rush, not panic, but also not so much time that I'm wasting my time where I could be doing something very valuable. And sleep is very valuable. Don't let anyone ever tell you that it's not, because it really, really is. And on that point of a good morning routine sets you up for success, I have to talk about social media once again. And at the time of filming this, there's a very popular video going around of Ashton Hall, hope I've got his name right, and his satire look on the morning routine, where he dips his face into ice sparkling water. He does push-ups outside on the balcony overlooking the, I think he's in Miami, could be wrong, could be New York, could be Chicago skyline. And I want to make it abundantly clear, I know he's doing this satire. He is doing it for clicks, he's doing it for views, but he is satirically copying people who are trying to pull the wool over our eyes to make us believe that a really good morning routine looks like getting up at 3 a.m. and frankly doing a lot of bullshit before you get down to the real work. And I want to make it abundantly clear that if you were to look at very, very successful people, I have no doubt they're getting up early. I have no doubt they're also probably going to bed very, very early as well, because sleep is extremely important. Cannot stress it enough. But they are not doing all this crap that these social media influencers are doing. A great morning routine is one that you can do consistently. It's one that doesn't take too long and sets you up for the day as best as you need it. So if you're starting work at 9 a.m. and you're getting up at 4 for no reason, if you're getting up to go to the gym, fine, it's a good reason, but count the hours: 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 5 hours of time. And is that truly needed? Are you working out for 3 hours, or are you taking a bit of the mick? And could you really get up at 6 a.m. and save a whole lot of time? So to respond to those morning routines, yes, they're funny. I watch them, I like them, but let's take them all with a pinch of salt, please, because highly successful people are not doing that. The morning routine, sort of small, powerful habits that you can do in the morning that I think are really worthwhile and they don't take up too much time. That is getting up at the same time every day, if you can. Look, I'm not going to make excuses. In my line of work, it's rotated. So sometimes I'm opening the building, sometimes I'm closing, which means I'm up at 4 a.m. because I need to be. I need to open the building by 5 a.m. If I'm closing, I won't be back home until about 11:30 at night. So if you're fortunate enough to try and get up at the same time every single day, and that'll also lead on to the fact of falling asleep or going to bed at the same time every single day. Secondly, when we're getting up, hydrate. Get some good clean water in you as quickly as possible, and then get some food in you. Doesn't have to be a lot, just something. I like to go for usually some scrambled eggs, maybe some porridge, maybe a yogurt, maybe even just a smoothie, but get something in you. If you can get some protein in you as well, it's always beneficial. And then lastly, get outside and do some sort of exercise. I'm not saying go bombing for a run, 15-minute walk around where you live, maybe around a park, just something to get you outside, even if it's raining, if it's sunny, if it's snowing, get out there, do a little bit of a walk, and do that for 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, and see how much your mood improves. See how many of your goals that you've set for a long time suddenly seem to be achievable, and you start moving that peg, if you will, a little bit further and further. And finally, before we go on to burnout versus laziness, what will these morning routines do for you? What will these good morning routines, these good small habits do for you? The honest answer is, I don't know. I don't know. It could be anything, it could be everything. But what I can say for an absolute certainty is if you do these things, if you get in the habit of doing these small little tasks, of doing something for yourself early in the morning every single day, it'll be a step in the right direction. You will not regress, you will progress. I believe in it, I believe in you, I believe in me, and I believe in people. And people can do some amazing, amazing things. So, burnout or just laziness? I feel like burnout is talked about a lot in my age category, a lot, but I feel like a lot of people on social media, the fear of burnout, don't burn yourself out, don't burn yourself out. And I think, yes, in this modern day and age, it is very easy to burn yourself out. But are people hiding behind the term burnout when secretly maybe they're being lazy? I don't want to cause any offense, but only you will ever be able to tell. Don't let anyone ever tell you differently. This is not a topic where someone else's opinion matters in the slightest. This is you. I'm talking to you directly. Only you will know if you're burnt out or if you're just being a little bit lazy and if you've quit. I feel like, looking for me personally, how can I tell if I'm being lazy or how can I tell if I'm burnt out? I'm very fortunate that I am in very good health, touch wood. You know, I do a lot too for my health, but I am in a good state of health. I have a very good work-life balance. I have very strong relationships and friendships. So I have a very good starting point. But my telltale signs for burnout are, if I'm not recovering as quickly from workouts, if I'm still doing my positive and good routines of going to bed and getting up early and eating good food, but I'm waking up tired, if I'm getting sick, if I've got a cold, if I've got, I don't know, any sort of repetitive strain injuries, you might be burning yourself out. For me, I know when I'm being lazy because the procrastination starts coming. Oh, I can't do this because I need to do this. I can't do that because I haven't got that. And a very good example for me was these videos. I've had this GoPro, the one that I'm filming on now, for about 3 years, but I've only started doing these videos in the last 2 months because I procrastinated. Oh, I've got this to worry about. I haven't got the right camera equipment. I haven't got the right vest. I haven't got this, that, or the other. But in actuality, I could have started with my phone. Could have started with any old piece of equipment that I had, and it would have put me in a better place than I am now. But you can't live in the past. You can only action the things you've got in the future. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm taking absolute use of all the things that I have at my disposal to make the most of it. Always say thank you to the cars going past you, because you don't want them to hit you. Absolutely. That's how I know I'm being lazy. I'm procrastinating. But I reiterate, only you will ever know. Only you will know if you're being lazy. Look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, could you have given a little bit more? Is there something else you could have done? Can you drive a little bit harder? Because 9 times out of 10, I'm willing to bet you could. I'm willing to bet I could. I know I hold myself to a high standard, but I know I could be doing more, always and every day. And the most important part of this week's run is always the quote of the week. And for hashtag run for not from week 8, we're getting a quote from French author and playwright Jules Renard. He died at the age of 46 in 1910, and he said that laziness is just the habit of resting before you get tired. Let me know what you think. It has been an absolute pleasure filming these videos for the last 2 months. I feel like the last 8 weeks has gone by very, very fast, and it's the start of a very exciting journey for me personally, because I'm really enjoying doing this. And if you're enjoying watching it, please do like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends and family, because it would mean so, so much. We are on Instagram, we are on TikTok, we are on YouTube at Nathan Shaw Life, and use the hashtag run for not from, where we run for our problems, not from them, every time you get out and about. Thank you so much.